And then at the bottom of the deck and the overall energy for the reading is the Ten of Pentacles. I love it. So the Ten of Pentacles for me, saying that immediately, I almost think of like retirement and looking to the future to see what you can do now with what you have. There's abundance here and there's security. And that's fantastic for that to be the overall energy. And what you are coming in with is the Page of Wands, which is like perfect. It's perfect. You know, when you look at the Ten of Pentacles and you think about looking to the future to see what you can do, you know, here you are like brand new, setting out on a new adventure. I love it. The Page of Wands, following your passions, new messages coming through to follow your passions. It's perfect. And what is crossing you is the Magician. Wow, you guys are not playing around anymore, are you? The Magician, automatically I think about the thought. Everything that we manifest in our lives starts with a thought, and that's what the Magician represents. It's also saying that you have the tools that you need to create the things that you want in your life. And this is big. This is big. You're pulling from the divine source and you're bringing that information down to earth to create something different in your life. And it's something that you have a passion for. You know, the Page of Wands, seeing that and you coming in with that energy, it shows that, man, you're really following your passions this time. And you're creating something completely different. And the conscious mind, the Ten of Wands. Now, you know, here you are wanting to go on this new adventure here. And one of the things that, you know, is spoken about with this card through this deck is that there may be a little bit of a fear on setting off on a new path, but truly it's for the purpose of following your passions. But if your conscious mind is focused on being overwhelmed right now, it's kind of hard to set out on something new. You have to drop the wands. You have to drop the load. Whether you are carrying your own burdens or somebody else's, it's time to drop it, because the conscious mind being focused on that, to me, is saying that what you're trying to manifest here is a little bit more ease in your life, especially with the Ten of Pentacles sitting there. You know, you may have been doing so much that it's just, you know, I feel like what you're wanting to do, again, is to create something new and follow your passions here, but it's like the conscious mind is saying we have to get rid of this feeling of being overwhelmed, you know, and that is what you need to do before you set out here. You got to drop the wands. You're just carrying way too much right now. The subconscious mind, the Ace of Wands. So the subconscious mind knows better. You have an opportunity here, again, to follow your passions. And the big thing with the aces here, especially with this deck, is that you cannot let these opportunities pass you by. You have the perfect setting here to do some really fantastic things, but it's like, before you can do this, you gotta let go of the burdens that you're carrying. You know, if you're doing so much right now, it's kind of hard to manifest what you're wanting here. You gotta drop those wands, because all you need is just that ace. That's all you need. I like it. I worry about where the conscious mind is focused, but you know, to me already there's this feeling of the subconscious mind is going to win out here. You know, like, no, I know better. You don't need 10, you just need 1. And again, with the 10s, it's the end. It's the end of that journey. But you got to be careful about blocking yourself to the new opportunities that are coming through. In the past, and it makes sense, So in the past, if you were feeling this heartbreak, this separation, and this betrayal, it makes it difficult for you to follow your passions if this is the feeling that's coming through. And it explains why the focus from the conscious mind is on feeling overwhelmed and carrying this heavy burden. But again, this is the past coming through. This isn't something that you're working to manifest now, because clearly you're not looking at it. But you're definitely ready for some new beginnings here and the ending of this pain here. And again, with the Ten of Pentacles being the overall energy, yeah, you have an opportunity to have some security in your life. Your next move, the Nine of Swords. Now, to me, seeing this, it's the same thing as with this showing up as the best path to follow. These two are connected. They've always been connected. This is cause and effect. And what happens out of the Three of Swords is this feeling of mental hurt, regret, despair, sleepless nights, crying alone. It's all the mental shit that we do to ourselves, but it is the effect from the Three of Swords. So your next move here, before you can start doing these new things here, is you have to deal with what's going on mentally out of what you have been dealing with from the past. And it's like your conscious mind is not wanting to do it, because again, the person carrying the wands is blocked. It's like they don't see anything in front of them. And how can they? But you have to deal with what is going on mentally before you can start following your passions. You have fantastic opportunities here, but there are some things that need to be dealt with and on a mental level. Heartbreak, betrayal, separation, all that crap sucks. It sucks ass, and then you're left with this shitty ass feeling. But it being your next move is saying that you have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to understand why it's there. I like to tell people when, they say things like, well, I need to just think positive. If I just think positive, that does nothing. It does nothing. You cannot sit around and just think positive all the time and not experience things like this, because you learn nothing. You can make a choice here on how you choose to let this affect you. But, the logical effect of that is this. But again, it's something that needs to be dealt with. You have to experience it. You're going to have to go through the motions of dealing with this mental despair and regret before you can start creating something new here with the Magician. And again, it's there. It is there. The subconscious mind knows it. And you have a beautiful opportunity to create something different. New beginning. And you have what you need to do this. But you have to take care of that first. Very nice. The way that you are projecting yourself and the way that people see you. The very first thing that I've always said this about the Three of Cups, the very first thing that I see when I see this is support. Having a support system around you. Being surrounded by the people that you love, that are going to celebrate your accomplishments with you. So what you're going through here, you're not alone. You have support. And again, with the Ten of Pentacles, it's there as well. You have that support system in your life. Those people will be there for you when you're dealing with this here. So you won't be alone. But you're going to have to deal with it. It has to be dealt with. It can't be pushed down. Especially coming out of this here. And in your environment, the King of Wands, and this is you, and look at it. You're charting a new course for yourself here. The King of Wands, again, is a fire sign. It's very much you. This is you being wise and being adventurous and seeking out your passions. And that seems to be the theme here. And it's been continuous with Leo, but it's like there are other external issues that need to be dealt with first before you can start actively seeking these new adventures, these passions. The opportunities are there. And you, in your environment right now, you're becoming more wise about the situation that happened here. But again, it's like the conscious mind is saying, nope, we're overwhelmed. It's just too overwhelming. It's just too much. But truly, once you start to take care of the issues here, again, you have support. you will be open to the opportunities that are coming through. And, you know, again, with that being in your environment, I feel like you're more wise. You're more wise about not only dealing with this here, but more wise about where your passions are leading you. Your hopes and your fears, and that is fantastic. To see the Empress there is perfect. It's perfect. Manifestation. The Empress is about manifestation through love. This is fertility, abundance, indulgence, enjoying the things that you have manifested in your life. And to see her there is saying that once you deal with these issues here, you will manifest beautiful things in your life when you start following your passions. And I feel like, you know, again, with that king, you're getting smart. You're getting smart about it. And again, it's like, you know, and it's no wonder why this is the way that, you know, you're being projected, the way that you're projecting yourself and the way that people are seeing you. You're celebrating. These people are celebrating with you and congratulating you through your accomplishments. It's perfect. It's perfect. I love it. So where you may have some harsh stuff that needs to be dealt with, what happens out of it when you deal with it is so much better. So much better. And then the outcome. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck because this is so me, sitting back with a book and some wine. And to see this as your outcome is perfect. It is perfect. You know, especially with the Empress. I mean, you have manifested beautiful things. And here in the Nine of Pentacles, you are enjoying the things that you have in your life. Look at you, kicked back, relaxed, enjoying your life, enjoying the beauty that's around you. It's perfect. I love it, Leo. That's exactly where you need to be. Exactly where you need to be. So I feel like you do exactly what you need to do here to drop that heavy burden. You deal with the issues that have come out of the past and that are causing you problems. You're dealing with it. And now you're creating much better things, much better things. Now, just because I want to push my luck, let's pull a clarifier here for the Knight of Pentacles. The King of Swords. There is two ways for me to look at this, especially with the Empress sitting there and then you being in your environment. You know, when you speak of support and you see two kings, this is success. When you see two kings in a reading, it suggests success, right? But the King of Swords, this could represent an air sign. This could be an air sign coming through that is enjoying life with you and celebrating with you. Now, on the other hand, when you're sitting back and you're enjoying the things that you've manifested, this speaks to you being wise, but also being clear of thought. You have clarity, very articulate, able to see and speak the truth. I love it. I love it, you know, but looking at the two, you know, I feel like not only is there this feeling of success for you, but this could also suggest somebody coming through. And again, support system. You are not alone. You are not alone here. And I really feel like, you know, this person's kicking back with you and really enjoying the success that you have created. I love it, Leo. This is so uplifting. I like seeing it. I mean, even with the 10 of Wands there, again, the 10, it's the end of the journey. It's the beginning of a new cycle. And then you have the Ace of Wands. Joy. Being a conduit for joy. I love it. I love it because when you look at it's perfect. All three of them, they're beautiful and they're perfect together. Joy. That is exactly what you are going to experience when you become a witness to your own experience and you start dealing with the issues from the past and dealing with the mental pain that is involved with it. And you do just that. You do exactly that. And what you pulled here, Leo, is absolutely beautiful. March is going to be perfect for you guys. Okay, Leo, so with you pulling witness, one of the things that's important for me when it comes to this card, and I'm reading out of the book here, the blessing says that the veils of illusion and deceit have lifted. While this can be painful, it is also a great blessing to know the truth. Do not doubt your experience. This speaks to the Three of Swords coming in from the past and the Nine of Swords being your next move. You have to deal with this. This isn't something that needs to be suppressed right now. It has to be dealt with. And I feel like that is exactly what you do. And again, the subconscious mind knows better and knows that that opportunity there to follow your passions is present, even though your conscious mind is focused on being overwhelmed and being overwhelmed about having to deal with the issues here. But man, you've got big changes happening here, and it speaks about that with joy as well. You have become the conduit for joy. And yeah, you've turned things around big time here. Usually when I see the 9 and the 3, I immediately get worried because, the focus being there could cause that to manifest over and over again. But, you pull the 10 of Pentacles as the overall energy here, and then the 9 of Pentacles on top of that. It's perfect. I love it. I love what you guys are doing, and you're manifesting beautiful things in your life, and you're enjoying it for sure. And with the King of Swords being the clarifier for that. When you look at that with the Three of Cups and the way that you're projecting yourself out and the way that people are seeing you, this speaks to support, your support system. Somebody who is ethical, who is wise, who understands what you're going through and is there to help you with what you're dealing with, and is also there to celebrate and enjoy your success with you. I love it. I think it's perfect. And again, here you are, wise, charting a new course for yourself, following your passions, and manifesting much more beautiful things in your life.